Like it's still the purpose. I was about to say something that's actually false. I was about to say, the purpose of a game is to have an enjoyable experience. That's not really true. Yeah, for a lot of people, that's true, but like I don't design things to be maximally enjoyable or whatever, right? As people who play my games know, sometimes they're frustrating, and sometimes they do things that like clearly are not pandering to the audience. But okay, there's a few things. One is like if you're going to have hard puzzles, like imagine you're like in a mentorship program with someone and you really want to learn some things from them, and it's hard to learn, and you have to work hard, and it's difficult, and you feel like you're not learning as well as you should, and all these things. If the person's kind to you and really trying to help, and you feel like they really have your back, it kind of makes it easier. You feel like you're in good hands. If they're mean to you and they kind of wish you would go away, or at least they present that attitude, or they don't really re-explain things, if they it's this is maybe a strained analogy, so let's back down from it. Like that's something human beings are doing at all times when they walk into a novel situation, is like, what situation am I in? Right? And like, what are the parameters of that, and how am I going to act in this situation? Right? And so games are especially touchy in that way, because games are like leisure activities. The game feeling smooth and responsive and high quality is like that, right? It's like, smartphones, like they work hard on the materials and making the materials feel good. You're trying to build a cohesive whole where people feel like you cared about the thing that they are experiencing. Especially with puzzle games that get hard, people have this question like, wait, I thought this would be the answer to this thing. Why isn't it? Is the game broken, right? Is the designer stupid? Or is there a good reason why this isn't the right answer that I haven't seen and that I'll be delighted when I see it, right? Well, the answer to that question is different depending on who designed the game. And like, you tell people that through the prior experience they had with the game, right? If you have enough buy-in with somebody, then they'll give you the benefit of the doubt. They'll be like, okay, I don't understand this, but I feel like this is a high quality experience, and I'm just going to understand that I don't understand right now, and we're going to come back to this later, right? Whereas if you don't get that buy-in, people will think your thing is broken or bad, right? And that's not, the things that I just said about people will think X. I don't think they really consciously have that as a voice in their head that they specifically say, but like that's how people navigate the world. It's how they assess situations. It's a constant ongoing process. So that trust is something I take super seriously. But then there's also, and that's sort of a beginning to middle of the game. Like, but then, so if the point of the game is to create, I don't like to say create, I was about to say create experiences where you care subtly about what the experience is, but that's not really right, because I don't try to make specific experiences that people must have, but like I try to create opportunities for people to maybe experience things that they wouldn't be able to get from somewhere else, and where those things might be meaningful to them or interesting to them, right? And when you are trying to do that kind of a thing, nuances of everything else matter, right? There's something like that where, like, if the game is stuttering and it doesn't respond to button presses correctly all the time, and like you're not sure what you're looking at because like the graphics are disappearing in a weird way, and like whatever, like all these kind of technical problems that a game could have, it adds up to less precision of this instrument that you as a designer have to work with. I said very early on that I think computers make people unhappy fundamentally. And one of those is there's really a deep sensory deprivation that happens. Like most of your body is asleep when you're using a computer.